Hello and welcome to Idle Chat with the Wait What podcast. How are we all doing, guys?
It's very bright. It's very bright behind today. What day?
Today.
What day? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what
you're doing. You gonna do something other than head wheel?
Nope. You're the one who's doing something, not me.
Yeah, today's the day that I review 2 movies. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And
your head swivel is going to
that's...
make great content for the audio version of this.
That's not my problem.
Well, I say the audio version will be like this first bit, and then at some point, it's like for just the video kind of stuff, will be just later. I guess there'll be no point.
Yes,
having,
the end of the video will not be there for the audio. So
if you're listening to this, I'm not. I do something which you will not listen to.
Well, don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, there's no point listening to it because it makes no sense to listen to it. So
yeah, but if you want to watch it, go on YouTube in like I don't know March probably next year. Then it'll be there.
Yeah, Liam's got about 5 hours of content to go through first.
I've started doing that. Oh God,
I reckon August time.
It's pain. It's pain to watch this again.
I've
already lived it once.
That's pain, yeah.
That's pain.
That's like me and my big mouth. Anyway, down below, if you are watching this on YouTube, check it out.
Down below.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if it's the audio version, then Twitter, TikTok, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Check them all out.
Mm-hmm.
We've said it before on main episodes. Check out our last main episode, which was a Would You Rather. It was good fun.
Episode 3.
Yep, part 3. It was good fun where we ask each other weird Would You Rather questions.
The answer is always the questionable Bible.
Always.
Indeed. Yep, indeed. And if you're watching this on the YouTube version, check out our giant tournament that we did in 2 parts. So anyway,
that's rude. Okay.
What?
No, I'm gonna make a point. I'm gonna make sure this is edited and out before I put the other one out, just to make a point.
Anyway, I went and saw 2 movies. Barbenheimer.
Yep.
There's.
Not
Oppenheimer.
Sounds like a Nazi soldier. Not Oppen Barbie, no.
Oppen Barbie. Yeah. I mean, I can spoil them both, but do you want me to do a spoiler review?
Don't spoil them because one, I want to see Well, to be fair, Oppenheimer's kind of spoiled anyway, because
yeah.
Kaboom.
It's a story.
But don't spoil Barbie purely because I don't know if I am going to see it tomorrow or not. I mean, don't tell me what happens. But
I can review them.
To be fair, I don't fucking care. Honestly, I don't fucking care. I don't want to go and see it. This is more of I'm going to see it, so I've got one in the back pocket. You know what I mean? I've got a film I've seen that I don't want to see.
I will see. If you are getting something from if you're getting good for this kind of thing, you've got a favour kind of thing or something to work out. It works out for you because Barbie's actually pretty decent. I'll get to it.
We'll start with Barbie. Why don't you start with Barbie?
No, I want to.
Let me ask you a cool question first. Is the song in it?
No, the song's not in it.
Barbie Girl,
I told you this before.
The original Barbie Girl song is not in it. No, there's a remix in the credits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion. No. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. That's who it is.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I should start with the order that I saw them, which is obviously I saw Oppenheimer first, and then I saw Barbie later.
Because why would he go and see Oppenheimer after Barbie? Because he's going to be rock hard. I mean, what?
Yeah,
what?
Exactly. I was rock hard after Oppenheimer. There was more sex in Oppenheimer than there was in Barbie. Trust me, there was legitimately.
Cillian Murphy's penis, apparently.
Yeah, you didn't see Cillian Murphy. Yeah, you did see Cillian Murphy's, but you didn't see his penis in it.
Too big. Had to be CGI'd out.
Yeah, apparently so. I could probably see the scene that it did happen in. But anyway, Oppenheimer. Not gonna lie, it's obviously Christopher Nolan. If you know the story of it's going to be a historical biopic. It's not going to be action packed with gunfights and stuff like that. It's more just the story of a man who is a physicist working on a certain theory, which then
like the Imitation Game. With is it the Imitation?
God, yeah.
Like that, where it's during the war, but it's not pew 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 pew. It's autistic man.
Yeah, but Oppenheimer was
during the war.
Yeah, but anyway,
he definitely was. But carry on.
Yeah, it's got a great cast. Obviously, Cillian Murphy kills it in the role he plays.
Of course.
Yeah. Florence Pugh plays his love interest. She gets naked a couple of times.
She's my love interest.
Emily Blunt plays his wife, who is really good as well in it.
She's good.
She's a fantastic actress. Oppenheimer, as I said, it's got Robert Downey Jr. in it as well, who's playing Strauss.
He's playing Tony Stark.
Yeah, Strauss is like the head of kind of like a. Basically, just like a head sign. Stark Industries, indeed.
He's the head of Stark Industries.
It's like kind of like a science program kind of thing.
Of course he is.
Yeah, Albert Einstein's alive at this time as well, and we see him quite early on in the movie.
So he is, yeah.
Yeah, Einstein and Oppenheimer are friendly with each other. And basically, the whole kind of movie is set. It kind of jumps on the timelines quite a bit, which was, people can find a bit off-putting because obviously you're just like, what the fuck am I watching now? What point?
Very Tarantino then.
Was it
kind of
like one part and then skip forward a bit and then go back and then skip forward a bit?
No, because throughout the whole movie, we are seeing two trials. One, a trial of Oppenheimer, where the trial is about whether his security clearance will be renewed. And the other trial is this Strauss guy who is Robert Downey Jr.'s character, who's having a trial, basically just seeing what kind of shady activities he was doing at a certain time. But he's not being prosecuted with anything, kind of thing. It's just a kind of like seeing what he's
an investigation.
Yes, to disclose what he's been doing at a certain point.
So it
is the A bomb, isn't it? It is the A bomb. Yeah, it is the A bomb. Yeah, no, I thought I'd just clarify. It is about the A bomb. Cool.
So and basically, what the issue is that Oppenheimer, who himself is Jewish, and is working really hard in the scientific field, and travelled a lot around Europe at a time when anti-Semitism was on the rise. Obviously, a lot of fascism around, not in the communities that he is engaged in, but the
doesn't mean it ain't there and it's not around. You know what I mean?
Indeed, and he does a lot of traveling around to meet great physicists who are working in Europe at the time. He goes back to America because he wants to be the head of one of the big university kind of theoretical divisions. Basically, I think it's one of the ones in California. He's the head of a new division which is just based on theoretical physics. Josh Hartnett is in it, who was in Black Mirror and Pearl Harbor.
Is Sheldon Cooper in it?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah. And basically, they kind of form a little kind of friendship, while at the same time, the big problem that people have with Oppenheimer is that he associates with communists. While he himself is not a member of the Communist Party, he associates with people that are part of the Communist Party. And as his research is getting more at the point where they split the atom, and his research starts to look into how you can create a huge weapon from this, the military get in contact with him and want him to head this division where they create the atomic bomb, test it, and obviously for the purposes of using it as a weapon at first on Nazi Germany. Oppenheimer is for the idea, obviously, because he wants to see if it can be done, basically, that you could create an atomic weapon, while at the same time, he's very obviously against what's going on in Nazi Germany, and feels that, and hears that the German physicists are already ahead on creating such a weapon, and he feels that if that kind of weapon in German hands is obviously going to be the end of the world, and feels that if they do it first, then they can deter that from happening.
He's like scientific breakthrough, fuck up the Nazis at the same time. Count me in.
Exactly, and that's why he's kind of into it. But the government don't trust him because obviously his brother is a communist. He has associated with
communist friends,
communist friends and stuff like that.
You can see the ball,
and they are very tight on the security of like who he uses for his testing and stuff like that. They can't leave this large piece of the desert called Los Alamos out there, and
that the community they build in the desert.
Indeed, yes, they built basically a whole village in the desert for the scientists and their families. And yeah, they're very tight on the security about communism because they don't want any leaks going to the Soviets, knowing who are allies at this time. But they don't. Obviously, they know that by the end of the war, they don't want them having knowledge of the huge big boom that they've got.
Yeah, you don't. It's like it's literally like showing your hand, isn't it? Showing your hand.
Exactly.
And after the war, they're like, "Well, you've got this power.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Give me the power."
Yeah. So I'm not spoiling anything when I say that obviously they create the atomic bomb and they test it.
Fucking obvious, isn't it?
The moment, the whole scene of them testing the atomic bomb is fucking incredible. Like,
how because I've heard that the sound and the visual of that bomb exploding has been the sound apparently has been heard from other screens of the bomb going off.
I don't believe that.
Apparently.
I don't believe that. But I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but if it is, then, I don't know, skip forward a couple of minutes or whatever. But basically, the point where the bomb hits, everything for the next couple, 2-3 minutes, silence. Because all it is visual. All you see is the light. All you see is the flames. All you see is Cillian Murphy watching it and all the other people reacting to it. It's all just complete silence. The whole time you're just there going, yeah, the boom's coming. So it's like the sound of the boom's coming. The sound of the boom's coming. And I'm not lying to you. At the point when you actually think, oh, okay, maybe they're not going to do the boom. Bang. Then the boom hits. Exactly. And it is pretty damn incredible.
Christopher Nolan is a fucking genius, man.
And
geezer don't make a bad film.
The music in the movie I thought was Hans Zimmer, but it's not. It's another Scandinavian man, which I didn't look up the name for. But
Hans Zimmer, mate, that would be next level. That would be.
He is very Zimmer-esque, is all I
Zimmery. It's very Zimmery.
He's very Zimmer-esque, yes. So yeah, they obviously test the bomb. The point, there's a couple of great scenes where they show the government pretty much just going as soon as the bomb's tested, Oppenheimer's pretty much just shut out. They pretty much take the bomb and just go, "Yep, we'll take it from here, guy," and then just they fuck off, and they don't tell him anything about what they're doing in the future. At this point where they tested the bomb, I should clarify, the Germans had already surrendered. So at that point, kind of thing, people were like, "Well, why are we dropping the bomb then? Because Nazi Germany's already surrendered."
Need to know if it works.
They said, Oppenheimer said pretty much it's just he wants to do it on Japan if they're still not surrendering. Well, at first, what he wanted to do was to just show them the test of them using the bomb and just basically giving them the warning that if you carry on, we're going to drop one of these on you, kind of thing. But the government were pretty much just "No, we're going to drop 2 on Japan. 1 to show them that we got it, and 2 to show them that we won't stop."
That's ruthless.
Yeah.
That is ruthless. We're gonna hit you. We're gonna hit you with an A bomb.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's Hiroshima. That's the 2.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Yeah. Just saying.
That's
brutal.
The movie doesn't end obviously after the atomic bomb has hit Japan, kind of thing. There is a lot of the movie after that is kind of dealing with that kind of moral kind of problem that Oppenheimer is obviously facing. The fact that what he has done has developed to cost millions of lives.
His was more of a deterrent. It was more of a deterrent after the Germans had surrendered. It become more of a deterrent. It's more of we'll test it, and if you don't want to surrender, this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
but instead, the government were like,
he was promised at the beginning to test it on Nazi Germany, weren't he?
Yeah, but that's different because
Japan.
But Nazi Germany were being scumbags for the world, so they deserve to pretty much die. But
they were also developing the atomic bomb themselves, but
they were on their way.
Turn.
Yeah,
they took a wrong turn, basically, is what we find out. But anyway,
and his is more I was just gonna say his is that moral dilemma of he's just how many thousands of people died?
Oh, hundreds of thousands.
So he's now. So I'm assuming you're now seeing the fallout of that. The weight of those deaths, I'm assuming, are then on his shoulders.
Obviously, you don't see like the bomb hit Japan at any point, or you don't see. All you do is you hear.
Yeah,
about
that would be that would be very distasteful. That would be. Yeah.
You see Oppenheimer's kind of like view and like kind of, I won't say fantasies, but it's more like it's kind of just like nightmares and daydreams that he's having like at the time of when he's doing stuff. He gives a speech to a gymnasium, which is pretty damn like kind of harrowing. I'm not gonna lie, the movie isn't a barrel of laughs. They have got moments of levity in it, kind of thing, but over the whole, it's quite heavy.
Well, it's a serious film. It ain't like you're gonna go. It literally, the thing is, it is literally the polar opposite to what the Barbie film looks like it's about.
Exactly,
because it's like it's literally is the light and dark. I know people have made a meme out of it, and it's become a thing. And to be fair, it's taken like a life of its own and ran with it. But that sort of film, kind of like The Imitation Game. Yeah. It's a serious thing that happened. It was a pivotal point in war history. Mm-hmm. And it was up and down. It had a couple of funny-ish moments where he would say something that's funny but not funny. And someone would make a remark that was funny and it'd be up and down. But the peaks wouldn't be very high. It'd be like a little back down.
There's a moment where one of the scientists called Teller, who's kind of like being kind of like not against, but he's kind of been challenging a lot of Oppenheimer's ideas throughout the whole time. He eventually goes on to create his own bomb called the hydrogen bomb later on in life. But at this point, he's challenging a lot of what Oppenheimer is saying and stuff. And one of the calculations he makes is that the whole idea of splitting the atom is that it then produces like a chain reaction if you put it through loads of other atoms and kind of things like that. So what Teller kind of thought was that if you do the equations, it could actually ignite the atmosphere, which then could obviously make,
the world explode.
The whole world explode, exactly. So, he shows these calculations to someone, and they're just like, no, this can't be true, can it? It can't be true, no. And then like it gets to Oppenheimer, and he's just like, no, that can't happen. So they show it to Einstein, who himself just goes, well, I was never good at maths, so it could happen, it could not happen. They give it to someone who is an expert, and they said that it was near zero that it would happen. So it's just like, it's not zero potential, but near zero. And it's a whole kind of thing. It's just like, okay, we're going to carry on doing it. And then later on, Matt Damon, who plays the big general kind of thing, is sat with Oppenheimer kind of thing about it. And during the course of like them doing the testing, there's like a guy doing like bets on like what they think is going to happen and stuff. And he goes, "Oh, and one of them's just like, oh, I've got an outside bet of atmosphere ignition, but kind of thing." And they all laugh. And then Matt Damon asks him, just like, "What's he talking about with the atmosphere ignition?" And he's just like, Oppenheimer's just like, "Oh, you can call it gallows humor, I guess." Kind of thing. It's just like, what do you mean? He goes, well, there's one calculation that says that if we got off the bomb, then it could ignite the atmosphere and destroy the world, kind of thing. And then Matt Damon was just like, well, what are the odds on that? And he just went, near zero. And then he's just like, near zero? You're just like, yeah, near zero. Just like,
there's never an absolute in science like that shit.
Yeah, exactly. He goes, and that's what. And Cillian Murphy says, he's just like, welcome to the world of theory, kind of thing, He just goes, I prefer zero.
I when I heard about this, I really wanted to. When I heard they were bringing it out, and I saw the trailer when I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and oh my god, the trailer alone looked amazing.
Yeah, it is really good. I'm not going to spoil anything that happened later on or with the trials and the outcomes and stuff. But yeah, it's got stars.
To be fair, if you want to find out what it is, you could Google it because it happened.
Yeah, of course. But I didn't Google it, and I was.
I'm not going to either.
I was pleasantly surprised by stuff that happened in it. But yeah, Cillian Murphy's in it. Obviously is the main character, and then I said Florence Pugh and Emily Blunt. Robbie Downey Jr. is in it as Strauss. Matt Damon is in it as the general. Who else? Rami Malek is in it as just a random scientist kind of guy. So it's quite a small role for someone that won a fucking Oscar for being Freddie Mercury. So that's pretty damn impressive.
Also played a Bond villain.
Yeah. Who else? Kenneth Branagh is in it as well as a renowned scientist. It's a star-studded cast. Casey Affleck turns up at some point as a colonel. It is really good. It's long, obviously. It's like 2.5, 3 hours. But yeah, it is worth a watch if you are into that kind of thing. If you're into
some war history.
Yeah, it's a very good war movie, I would say. It's pretty damn good.
It's not an action movie; it's a war movie. There's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a distinct difference.
Indeed. So, as opposed to Barbie.
As opposed to Barbie.
Mm-hmm. I knew from the first minute of watching Barbie that I was going to love it, because the movie showed in the first minute that it had the sense of humor that we enjoy. So, Barbie is not a kids' movie. You can take kids to go see it, and I would recommend taking girls. Well, I'd say girls. You take boys, but it's more of like a message.
2023 now.
Yes, yeah, okay. Take anyone that identifies as being female to this movie. Is that better?
Almost there. No, just go and see it. Everyone can see it.
Everyone can see it, yeah. I'm saying this for everyone, but I'm saying
underage people should not see it.
I'm saying that the movie is not a kids' movie. But it has some very adult messages in it. But they are very serious adult messages that you can sell to kids that are of a certain age. It's
a palatable way of getting that across to all ages.
Yeah. I mean don't get me wrong.
12A, so
exactly.
Kids can't go and see it anyway.
But there were kids in the theatre that I was in.
Kids can go and see it as long as you're with an adult. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a heavy female presence in the cinema as well, I must say. Before
you get into it, did you see that fight that broke out in one of the cinemas?
No.
Some woman took like her granddaughter to see it, and she let her granddaughter watch YouTube videos out loud during the film. So when the film ended, the woman went up to her and just sparked her. Great.
Well, anyway, okay. So.
Oh no, I thought that was funny. It's funny. Haha. Clump. Good times.
Yeah.
What type of video recording that ready for pirate DVDs?
Well, that's
just Cocomelon in the back.
So yeah, there are you can, as I said, you can take kids to the movie, and it has got a message that I think more kind of like aims towards young girls, which I think is very important. But the main thing about the movie is that guys, you can see it and really enjoy it because it is funny. It is a funny movie. The whole idea of it is that obviously you've seen the Barbie world that there is. They explain in the beginning, narrated by Helen Mirren, that there's a Barbie world and then there's a real world. And it is possible to get between them both. There's a great scene where it is implied that Mattel, the people who created Barbie and make Barbie dolls, created Barbie world, where all the Barbies live, basically. And when one of the characters questions like how this world works, I was like, how's this world work? Is it like a fantasy world or is it like augmented reality? And one of the people on the board just goes, yes. Exactly.
I used that joke today, literally about an hour ago. Literally about an hour ago, I made that joke.
Our sense of humor. I'm telling you that it's got some really funny moments in it.
Is that Will Ferrell? Is he the guy who's in charge of Mattel?
Will Ferrell plays the CEO of Mattel. Yes.
Okay.
He is throughout the movie, and he is always followed by his board of directors, all of them men as well, which is hilarious because obviously all the men could be in the CEO positions and all the head stuff. So that is hilarious. Also, something which blew my mind. I knew that Maeve from Sex Education was in this movie because Margot Robbie mentioned in an interview that she always gets mistaken for the girl.
Oh yeah, she looks enough like her.
Yeah. So as the kind of thing, but Margot Robbie said to I can't remember her name, who plays Maeve from Sex Education, but basically like you get a major part in the movie as one of the Barbies. So she's in it, but not only is she in it, Eric from Sex Education is in it as well as a Ken. And Adam from Sex Education is in it as well as one of the Mattel workers. So it's like a massive Sex Education reunion the whole time.
What's it called in there as well? The guy that played Shang-Chi, he plays a Ken.
Yep, he plays a Ken. And also...
John Cena plays a Ken.
John Cena doesn't play a Ken.
Plays a Barbie Mitch. not Ken.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He's a Barbie.
If you want me to spoil the John Cena cameo, I will.
Well,
No,
on
I didn't even know there was a John Cena cameo.
I
on
know. He just spoiled it. What the fuck?
on
I wasn't going to
IMDb.
say anything about John Cena.
It's on IMDb
I didn't know
that he's on in there.
I haven't looked.
Don't go on IMDb. That's where it spoils stuff. So anyway, John Cena's in this movie. Yeah, go. Cheers.
Yeah, I never would have guessed. Yeah.
He makes a brief cameo. Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie, I've left them to the last, are fantastic as Barbie and Ken. Particularly Ryan Gosling as Ken. Ryan Gosling steals this movie. It's not the Barbie movie, it's the Ken movie by like the second half in. Ryan Gosling is so good as Ken, it is ridiculous. He had every line that he said was making the cinema just burst out laughing because he is so funny. It's great to see Ryan Gosling doing comedy again after doing Crazy Stupid Love. Because like, he's just so...
I don't even remember the last film that Ryan Gosling did that I've watched. Honestly.
It's been a while, yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably been a while since he made
did
something.
La La. I've not seen La La Land. That's the last film I remember him being in.
I haven't seen La La Land. But
I haven't seen La La Land because I have a penis. But,
I saw him in Crazy Stupid Love, as I said, the last comedy kind of movie that he made. And yeah, it's great to see him doing comedy again. He is so good. Like, they don't spend a lot of time in the Barbie worlds in the beginning kind of thing. Like, you know how like they'll go to the Barbie world and then they'll be in the real world for like the majority of the movie. Yeah, it doesn't happen. It's like more they're in the Barbie worlds, they're in the real world, they go back to the Barbie world, and yeah, it's kind of like that.
Chaos ensues.
Yeah, there's not so much as the fish out of water kind of element of it. It's more just making a kind of comment on basically just like women's roles in like society, pretty much. It's but that Mattel give a lot of interesting kind of like freedom to Barbie, where they kind of like allow the kind of like history of Barbie to be seen, like but the criticisms of Barbie, to be like shown on the film kind of thing, about how Barbie like made girls feel bad about themselves or having like an unrealistic body image, and how like it kind of promotes capitalism and encourages people to consume and stuff. All that is brought up in the movie. So like as I said, like it's an interesting choice of Mattel to let that happen. That Mattel even briefly let themselves kind of be seen as the bad guys for a bit. But yeah, the whole movie as a whole, without spoiling anything, like it's pretty damn crazy. There's some great cameos throughout the whole thing. Margot Robbie is fantastic as Barbie. There's great little notes like throughout the whole thing about how Margot Robbie is playing Barbie. That's pretty good. So yeah, as I said, go see Barbie. Seriously, it is good. If you're a guy, you will enjoy watching Barbie. I would say that. If you want to use it as a kind of just like bargaining chip so you can get something extra, then go for it. But you'll probably still enjoy yourself. You have to hide your laughter. You have to hide the fact that you're enjoying yourself, though.
It's not even funny.
The movie includes a fake Barbie commercial in the middle, which is fucking brilliant. And yeah, just like there was self-aware kind of jokes throughout. So it is a clever.
I've heard it's very self-aware.
Mm-hmm. Not as dark as I was hoping, I have to say. That's probably my one criticism.
Dark.
I wanted it to be a bit darker, yeah.
Doom and gloom.
That's the Tim Burton version.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The Nightmare Before Barbie.
Tim Barbie.
Johnny Depp plays Ken.
Tim Barbie. Now that's a Ken. Plays him like Jack Sparrow.
Yes, Helena Bonham Carter plays Barbie.
Okay. And that's it for Dave's film reviews. That's it for Dave's
film reviews. That's it. Now that's go time. It's about damn time. So let's we'll send them audio listeners. Send off. Go. Leave. Bye. Layers. Audi.
Keep on trucking.
All that. Ta-da. Right, now they're gone. They want to listen to. They want to see this. They can come and find it. They fucked up again. I want to know if we're going to get in trouble for this.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm not going to do this on camera.
No, because we're going to get in trouble for this. But he's going to do it because he's not a liar and a cheat.
No.
And a scoundrel.
And a scallywag. And a rapscallion.
So, bloody rapscallion.
If you don't know what I did, in a private group chat amongst friends, I stated...
We're friends now.
I stated that if Tottenham signed James Maddison, then I would snort a line of pepper. I said this fully expecting Tottenham to not get James Maddison because I thought James Maddison would go to a team with European football.
Like West Ham.
For more money than 40 million. Turns out I was wrong. Tottenham did sign James Maddison for 40 million, and now I've got to snort my words.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I did this a while ago, obviously, because James Maddison's been at Tottenham for a while. I held off on doing it because I also said that if we signed Harvey Barnes, then I would also snort a line of salt.
Double nostrils, mate. One in each.
Yeah. Thankfully, Harvey Barnes has signed with Newcastle, like recently. So, because of that, I've just got to do the pepper. So, I want to make something clear before I do this. Regarding my drug history, in case anyone I know is watching. I smoke weed. We all know this. You've seen me do it on video.
Don't know what we're talking about. Don't know what we're talking about.
Allegedly.
I've experimented with hallucinogenics when it comes to magic mushrooms. And I have enjoyed the party scene when it comes to the MDMAs and the ecstasy.
Disco biscuits.
That is the furthest I've ever gone. I have never snorted anything up my nose that was a drug. I have snorted things up my nose.
You done sherbets when you was in school?
I've snorted stuff up my nose for attention because I'm an idiot.
Good for attention.
Right now.
Look at me.
Right now. Exactly. Like now.
Sugar rush.
Yeah, indeed.
And now we're doing it for the most attention possible.
Exactly. And now.
Can we see the amount? I don't know if we can see the amount, actually.
Well, you can see the pepper first.
That's little pepper. Just for honest, just a little white pepper. Doesn't white pepper burn more?
I don't know.
You're about to find out, boy.
I guess so.
Why did you? I know why you chose the white pepper too. I know why you chose the white pepper.
It's the only
That's
one
why we can't show it. This is why we can't show it because it's just white pepper.
Oh fuck! I literally put in a little bit on the thing, and it's. Oh, right, hold on, I've got to cut it out. Hold on, sorry. I nearly showed my card details. I nearly showed my card details on video. Then
Liam, you might need to blur that.
Nah, it'd be alright. It's pretty grainy anyway.
Yeah, I haven't got the best video quality.
That sound is just going to get us in trouble. Just going to get us in trouble. Video's going to get taken down.
Right.
You could have done this before we started. So I was just ready to go.
Why? What?
Because we're going to get in trouble. Yeah. Rack up a line.
Right. Okay. Do you want to see it?
No, send us a picture of it because I don't know if we can physically show it. That's all.
Yeah.
You want to know if this is enough, basically? Or
yeah, basically. I want to know if I want to know because I can't see it. I don't want to get shafted.
All right. Hold on one sec. I'm just putting it into the podcast group chat.
We must know these things.
I tell you what, that I think I might have gone too far. To be honest, that's quite a fat one.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
That looks so much like fucking booger sugar. So much. Oh, there's no way we could. There's no way we could have put that on video.
Dave.
No way.
Yeah.
Get yourself a bucket just in case.
A bucket.
If you, I'm praying he chuns.
There's a second one.
That's a lot. What is that? Is that a chopping board?
No, it's a placemat.
Oh, I was going to say, why is it that material? Nice little manscaped in the corner. See that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for the promotion.
Well,
right. Okay. I'm not using a note as well because I don't.
No, don't do that. I'm not expecting you to do the whole thing either. By the way.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm not expecting to do the whole thing.
Can I halve it then?
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, cool. Hold on, let me make that.
Save the rest for later. Save the rest for later.
Save the rest for dinner.
Just gonna go in and go like that over his dinner. Like, yeah, what's this from? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Right.
What's wrong? I said, don't worry about it.
Just a swig of water beforehand. Right, nostrils clear. Okay, I'm ready. Right, this is for James Maddison joining Tottenham Hotspur. Me and my big man.
Your name's Dave. Welcome to Jackass. So bad. So bad. That sounded horrible.
It's burning my nostril. I can feel it in the back of my throat.
I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that placemat. I want to see that placemat. Oh Jesus! It's in his nostrils.
It's in my brain.
Can you taste it? All you can taste is pepper.
All I've got is spiciness in this nostril.
Is your nose well seasoned?
My nose is blocked at the moment. I think all I've got is pepper up there.
When next time you blow your nose, mate, it's just going to be like Christmas.
I got a drip.
Stick that up your nose.
God.
It's coming out of his eye now.
Why do people do this stuff up their nose? It's stupid.
I don't know. Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Either swallow them or smoke them. Don't fucking slap them up your nose. It's not fucking natural.
No, just don't do them.
Don't do it.
Can't tell them that. Are you sure you're not going to chunt? That was close. That was a... We good?
Sorry, I'm apologising. Sorry.
You good? No chunt?
Yeah, I'm good. No,
sure?
I'm not chunt. Yeah, my nose is still fucking on fire, though.
That's a shame.
Let's finish this quickly for a minute.
Yeah, finish it before Dave dies. Finish it before Dave dies. Because if Dave dies, we can't put the episode out. Because he's not allowed to put on YouTube.
Thanks for listening, guys. You can find all previous audio chats on all podcasting platforms. You can also find all our main episodes on all podcasting platforms. Thank you and peace.
I think I'm losing my septum.